Hello and welcome to our Hearts of Wheels basic car maintenance course. Congratulations on your new car. I know you are just elated. Now that the new keys are in your hand, the first question that may enter your mind will be, how do I take care of this brand new 3,000-pound metal machine? It's much easier than you think. You have already been taught the main principles you need to take care of your car and make it last for a long time. Relax, it's really simple. Take care of your car similarly to the same way you take care of yourself. You've been putting good foods in your body for fuel, so put good gasoline, fuel, and oil in your car. You've been getting regular physical checkups for your body, so get regular maintenance checkups for your car. You've been keeping your body very clean, so keep your car very clean too. Now, let us go over those 3 major points of basic car maintenance. Keep good fuel and oil in your car. Keep up with your car maintenance checkups. Keep your new car very clean, inside and out. Good fuel. One of your first tasks will be to fill up your car with gasoline. Many car dealers leave the cars with just a small amount of fuel in them. Just enough for a test drive. There are a couple of reasons I want you to go ahead and fill the tank, and always keep at least 1/4 of a tank of gas in your car. Number 1. Fuel pump repairs are very expensive. Fuel pumps pump gas from the fuel tank located in the back of your car to the carburetor located on top of your car motor. Most fuel pumps are submerged in the gas tank, and the gasoline serves as a coolant for the pump. Low gasoline levels can lead to overheating of the pump. Keeping the tank closer to full also helps minimize condensation of water in the tank. Average repair costs $220 to $1,062. Number 2. Safety is the second reason. You should keep over a 1/4 tank of gas at all times. Running out of gasoline, on the highway, an isolated road, or during the night can be very dangerous. What side of the gas pump do I pull up to? You're driving up to the pump to get gas and you either forgot or don't know what side of the car you need closest to the pump. Look for an arrow or triangle on the gas gauge. This indicates which side of the vehicle the fuel door is on. If the arrow points left, the car's fuel door is on the left. If it points right, it's on your right. Hearts of Wheels, where should I buy my gas? Should I buy my gas from Exxon, Shell, Discount Fuel Mart, Walmart, Chevron? Regardless of whether your car calls for regular or premium, the best choice for ongoing performance and economy is top-tier gasoline. Recent AAA testing found top-tier types of gasoline keep internal engine components up to 19 times cleaner than gasoline that only meets minimum EPA standards. The top-tier requirements are voluntary, but 63 fuel brands have signed on as of June 14, 2018. Some of the stations you asked about are top-tier stations and some aren't. If you drive a car whose manufacturer recommends regular gasoline, paying more for premium is a waste of money. Recent AAA testing found no increase in power or fuel economy and no reduction in exhaust emissions when premium gasoline was used in cars designed for regular. Kylie from Hearts of Wheels wants to share a small fuel pump tip with you. When you're pulling into a gas station and you have a choice to get in line behind a Ford Focus, a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, or a Corvette, don't choose the Ford Focus if the waiting period is the same. Why? Because of the way the pumps work. According to the American Petroleum Institute, the gas pump hose typically retains about 1/3 of a gallon of fuel. So you may get a small bonus of 1/3 gallon of premium if the person before you pumped premium in their high-performance car. It's not much, but if it's free and the same wait period is the same, go for it, and don't forget to wavy like Kylie as they drive off. What grade of gasoline do I buy for my car? Regular 87 octane, regular plus 89 octane, or premium 93 octane? That information can be found in 3 places: the printed owner's manual, online owner's manual, and on the car fuel door or cap. The key difference between regular and premium gasoline is octane, the ability of the fuel to prevent engine detonation or not. Uncontrolled knocking can cause severe engine damage and expensive repairs. Contrary to popular belief, premium-grade fuel does not contain more power than regular. The energy content of premium gasoline is a little lower than that of regular due to its additional anti-knock additives. Don't make the costly mistake many drivers make by overfilling their gas tank. Most gas stations are equipped with pumps that have vapor recovery systems to recover gas vapors, keeping those vapors from getting into the air. If you top off your tank, it will cause you to pay for gas that is drawn back into the gas station's vapor recovery system. Don't rush, take the time to tighten your gas cap. Gas not only expands at higher temperatures, but a portion of it also turns into a gas or vapor that escapes into the air. A loosely fitting gas cap means that those vapors are escaping out of your tank, rather than condensing back into gasoline once the temperatures drop. How will I know when I need oil? Let's go over the 4 major indicators that tell you that you need oil. Number 1, the first and most important, is the oil dipstick, located on the car engine. The oil level can only be checked properly with the car engine off. The oil should be golden brown and somewhere between the full and low marker on the stick. Black oil indicates that the oil is old and overheated. Caution, please do not get the oil dipstick confused with the transmission fluid dipstick. Number 2, the second indicator, is the oil service sticker you should find on the upper left top of your windshield. It will determine when your next oil change should be scheduled. Don't be afraid to look for low-cost oil services, but make sure their service includes checking all fluid level and filters, and they have a high customer service rating. In the past, conventional wisdom suggested changing your oil every 3,000 miles. However, both cars and oils have come a long way since then. In most cases, you can comfortably drive for 5,000 to 7,500 miles between oil changes. Synthetic oil can help take you even farther, lasting anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 miles. https://www.truecar.com/blog/ the best motor oil in every category. Hearts of Wheels recommend that you follow the advice of the shop that services your car so that you are covered under any warranty they may provide. Number 3. The third is the oil pressure gauge. The oil pressure gauge should read somewhere between 25 to 65 psi while the engine is running. Should it start creeping higher, think 80 plus psi, then you've got yourself a problem with high oil pressure. Number 4, the oil pressure light warns you when the oil pressure in your car is getting low, due to either a pump malfunction or a low oil level in the engine. Hearts of Wheels, what brand and type of oil is required in my car? You can easily find this information in your owner's manual. If you don't have an owner's manual, you can find it online on most of the major oil brand websites. You can find Valvoline recommendations at https://team.valvoline.com/productfinder. It will list what type of oil the automakers recommends for your car. Don't forget your routine car maintenance. As your cars get older, basic parts must be replaced over time. It's very important to have replacements done promptly to keep one failure from creating multiple failures. Hence, comes the famous statement, you can pay the mechanic less now, or you can pay him more later. These replacement parts can be separated into 2 replacement groups, major and minor. First, we will cover the major parts. Major parts are the parts whose failure can cause severe safety issues or catastrophic engine failure. Second, we will cover the minor parts. Minor parts are the parts whose failure will cause the car to run inefficiently, not start properly, or be cumbersome. The 4 most common major replacement parts are, excluding the motor and transmission. Number 1, the water pump. Please refer to the manufacturer's guide for water pump replacement recommendations. Typically, you need to replace your water pump before it fails, every 100,000 miles. Number 2, the timing belt. Please refer to the manufacturer's guide for timing belt recommendations. Typically, you need to replace your timing belt before it fails, every 100,000 miles. Number 3. The brakes. Typically, you need to replace your brakes every 25,000 to 65,000 miles and have them inspected every 6 months when you get your tires rotated. Also, have your brakes inspected when you notice squealing or screeching noises or deep metallic grinding and growling. Number 4. The tires. Typically, most tires last about 6 years or 50,000 miles. Replace your tires when the tread becomes less than 1/16 of an inch. You begin to have trouble with the traction in the rain. You notice that a tire thread has begun to separate, or you notice that a slick area has appeared on a tire. The 8 most common minor replacement parts are: Number 1. The alternator. This part typically lasts about 7 years. Number 2. The battery. This part typically lasts about 4 to 6 years. Number 3. The windshield wipers. Replace them when they break apart or no longer keeps the windshield clear during rain. This part typically needs to be replaced once a year. Number 4. The head and tail lights. Replace the bulbs when they are blown. These bulbs typically last around 5 years. Number 5. The air conditioning and heating parts. Repair these systems as needed. Typically, the longer you wait to repair your air conditioner, the greater the repair costs. Number 6. The power steering pump. This part typically can last the lifespan of the car but has been known to fail around 100,000 miles. Number 7. The spark plugs. They are somewhat durable parts, but they typically last about 50,000 to 150,000 miles based on whether you have conventional or platinum-tipped spark plugs. Number 8. The catalytic converter. This part typically lasts about 10 years or 100,000 miles. The symptoms are sluggish engine performance from a clogged exhaust system that makes the car appear as if it has transmission or fuel issues. This can be a fairly costly repair, so shop around for your lowest repair deal. Oops! We almost forgot to talk about your car coolants. Your car engine and transmission get really hot, so hot they require constant cooling. Your car radiator pumps water throughout your car engine and transmission to prevent them from overheating. It also uses that same heat from the engine of the car to heat the car's cabin during the winter. Typically, the water in the radiator is mixed with a fluid called antifreeze. Yes, like the word says, it prevents the water in the radiator from freezing in the winter and is very effective in transferring that same heat through the car heater core to heat the cabin of the car in the winter. If you have a water leak from a busted or leaking water hose, please repair it as soon as possible. A low water level in the radiator can cause the motor to overheat and fail. Please keep an adequate mixture of water and antifreeze in your radiator to prevent the water from freezing and to increase the ability of heat transfer from the car's engine to the radiator. The radiator cools the returned heated water from the engine with electric or belt-driven fans. Caution: do not add water directly to the radiator when the car is hot. You can be severely burned from the release of pressurized water. Add water to the plastic overflow reservoir located to the side of the car. See the owner's manual for the exact location. Tip: if your car temperature light comes on, pull over as soon as you can to allow the car engine to cool down. Failing to do so as soon as possible can result in engine failure. There is a good chance you have a busted cooling hose, a failing thermostat, failing water pump, or broken cooling fan belt. A small trick that helps transfer a little bit of heat away from the engine requires that you turn on the heater and cabin fan in your car as high as you can. This can be challenging to do in the middle of the summer, but it may buy you a little time if you are just a few miles from home. Make sure you have your antifreeze tested at least once a year at your local oil service center. A flat tire is something we will all have to deal with one day. The easiest way to deal with a flat tire is to keep an active roadside assistance plan and a roadworthy spare tire. One of the most overlooked parts of roadside assistance is keeping a roadworthy spare tire in your trunk. Roadside assistance doesn't provide spare tires. Often, you can find aerosol tire inflators in a can for about $10 on the shelf in the auto parts and big box stores. Although this may be a quick fix, it may cost you more headaches than it's worth, because there are just as many bad reviews for this item as good ones. Tires often have a very small air leak. Having a small portable electric air pump can inflate the tire enough to be driven to a tire shop. Don't drive several miles on a flat tire because it can tear up a tire that just needs a small hole plugged, and it can also damage the tire rim. In either case, it may result in a $100 repair instead of a $10 repair. If you end up in an unsafe place, call for help from a friend immediately. They can help you change the tire or give you a lift home until you can get the tire replaced or the car towed. Remember, your life is worth more than the car. How to keep your car clean? Keeping a clean car takes incorporating some basic rules and a little elbow grease, as my grandmother used to say. When you get a little extra time, get off the sofa and treat your car to a complete cleaning. There are many local car washes located all around town. You can do as much of the work as you would like. Self-service car washes cost from $2 to $5. Full service can cost about $15 to $20, and hand washes can be about $30. Waxing your car can help maintain the paint and should be done at least twice a year. Professional paint jobs $1,000 to $3,500 for a good paint job. Keeping the interior and exterior of your car up will help with the resale of your car when you decide to upgrade. Keeping your car clear of clutter will prevent accidents and promote a very enticing atmosphere each time you enter your vehicle for both you and your passengers.